Salesforce. So how can you make a career in Salesforce? And basically, most of you, many of you know, maybe don't know about CRM. If you know about CRM, you have heard about CRM, but what is CRM basically? Why do we use CRM? So I will be going to tell you about that in this seminar. So I'm going to start with the today's agenda. So this is our today's agenda for the seminar that will be starting with the cloud computing, introduction of cloud computing, or I'll tell you about what is the cloud computing. Then we'll be going to do the comparison between the traditional versus cloud system or cloud computing. So we'll be going to see that. After that, I will be going to tell you about the classifications of cloud computing. Then we'll move on to CRM. After CRM, we'll move on to Salesforce introduction. And at the end, I will be going to give you a quick product demo that how Salesforce interface look like and how to work on it, or basically why do we switch to Salesforce if you are already working on a technology. So why do you need to switch to Salesforce? And at the end, we have a quick question and answer session round. So if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, you can come up with your questions at the end, and you are most welcome for that. So let's start with the cloud computing. So I believe that all of you know about cloud computing, or even if you know, that is good, or if you don't know, I will be going to tell you again what is the cloud computing. So I'm going to start with a very quick or very small scenario that there's a company, and that company hosted a website on a server. And let's say there is a company for online shopping, and that company hosted a website on a server, and the clients and the users, they are accessing that website from their end. So initially, when the less users were accessing that website or that company's website for shopping, the website opens very fast and the transactions are very fast on that website. But as the website becomes popular and more people, they start visiting the website, they start doing shopping on that particular website. So the load on the server, on the traffic on this website has been increased. And due to that, the website start opening little slow or very slow. Okay, and it's also possible that because of that, the equipment or the server which is hosting that website, that also becomes slow, because that is not capable of handling that much of users at the same time. And because of this, the website is opening slow, the transactions are taking time, and the users are not able to complete the transactions on time, and they are most of the time the transaction got failure. So because of that, the people, they stop visiting the website, and the company start losing the website popularity and the business. So to resolve this problem, the company, they have to get more servers and set them up. But all of you know that setting up server is very expensive, and they have to pay more for IT support and for their maintenance. So initially, few years back, they have no other option instead of setting server, but today they have an option of cloud computing. So instead of buying and installing new servers, the company can rent services online and put their websites online, right? And if they need more services, if they require more services, they can instantly scale the services on demand as per their requirement. So from here comes the concept of cloud computing. Now, why I'm talking about cloud computing over here? Because Salesforce is a cloud computing application. So before moving on to Salesforce, you should be aware of cloud computing, and then we'll be discussing about the Salesforce. So it's a definition of cloud computing, that is the delivery of computing as a service, where we can share the resources, we can share the information, we can share the software, and we can provide the customer as a service over the internet. And because everything is coming through cloud, so we can access the information from anywhere and from any part of the world. Okay, and because here the cloud represents internet, so without internet there will be no cloud computing. Okay. Okay. Now if I do the comparison between a traditional versus cloud system, like most of you are working on a traditional system at present. Traditional system means you are working on a platform or you are working on an application and before moving on to that application, you have to install that application at your end. And you know that to installing that application at your end, you have to do so many things. You have to maintain that application. You have to maintain database also if that application is used to storing the information. Okay, so we have to maintain the database also. We have to maintain the hardware also. And because of this, in traditional system, we spend a lot of time and money on maintaining all these things, right? And we are spending less time and less efforts on innovation, right? So that is a drawback of I can say that is a drawback of a traditional system, but we can overcome with all these issues by using the cloud system or cloud computing systems. So in cloud system, what we can do in cloud system, we can register, means we can access the application online, we can use the services online, and in this we do not have to maintain the system, we do not have to maintain any hardware, we do not have to worry about the upgradation of the software. We have to simply log in, we have to simply register on an application, the application which we would like to use. We have to log into that application, and we can customize that application as per our requirement, and we can start using it. Okay, and so because of this, we can save money also, and we can save time also. So the time and money in traditional system we were spending in maintaining the system, here we can spend that much time and money in innovation of our system, innovation of the application, or building our in new creation or in new innovation. So that's the difference between a traditional and a cloud system. Let's move on to the classification of cloud computing. Classification means the types of cloud computing. So I can say that there are 3 building blocks or cloud computing. We have SaaS, we have PaaS, and we have IaaS. SaaS is basically software as a service, PaaS is platform as a service, and IaaS is infrastructure as a service. SaaS is basically for end users. Like there are many users, or the companies or the organization, they are not interested in developing an application. They are happy with the existing application or the available application, and they are ready to pay the money for those applications. So they register, they buy the subscription, and they start using the application or the existing application, and they can do a little bit of modification. Okay. But if they want to implement a new feature, or if they want to implement any business logic into that application, that is not possible, because that can be done only with the help of application developers. So the application developers, they fall in the category of PaaS, that is platform as a service category. Okay. And last one is infrastructure as a service. So basically this infrastructure as a service, this is mainly for network architects. Network architects means, let's say there's a company, and that company is hosting the application for other companies or other organizations. So and the company which is hosting the applications, that company will be going to maintain the application, they will be going to maintain the database, networks, and everything. So here the network architects are required to maintain the applications for the other organization or for the other users or for other companies, right? But SaaS, it is the easiest way to cloud compute. As I already mentioned, that this is mainly for end users, and here we'll be going to access or use the existing applications. For example, if I'll give you an example of SaaS application, we have Google Docs. So nowadays, if you remember, in previously, if we have to work on Word file, or if you have to create a document or an Excel sheet or a PowerPoint presentation, we have to install MS Office package on our system, on our local system. Then if you would like to share those documents or application, or sorry, those presentations or those workbook or worksheets with any of the user, then we have to send through email, right? But nowadays we have Google Docs. So with the help of Google Docs, we can create the documents, we can create the presentation instantly, and we can share also at the same time. Okay. There are more examples of SaaS, like we have, if you would like to share images, if you would like to edit the image online or edit any picture online, I can use there are many online image editors available. So we can log in, we can register over there, we can upload our image onto those applications, online applications, and we can edit our image and share also instantly, right? And the advantage of SaaS is that all the applications are free or charged via subscription. Like sometimes they are free, sometimes they are charged. So the free version which you are using, it has got some limitations. Maybe they will put a watermark, or it is only for 10 days or 15 days trial version. But if you go for a subscription, you have to pay money for that. And in subscription based version, you will get all the features. You can use all the features, right? And in PaaS basically we can use, there are tools provided to the application developers, and with the help of those tools or by using those tools, the application developers can build the applications for an organization, for a company. Okay. Now the best part in the PaaS is that most of the features are ready-made. We are not going to implement any new feature, means we are not going to write any specific code. There are built-in codes, there are built-in features. We'll be going to use those features instantly, means quickly, and based on that we can build an application very quickly. Okay. So these are the types of cloud computing. Now let's move on to CRM. So what is a CRM? If I'll ask a question that what is a CRM? So CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. And what is basically the purpose of using CRM? That it is a strategy that helps a business to manage its customer and sales relationship. So let's take a scenario that a company, they would like to track information about clients of that particular or of that organization from different places or from different regions. So they can collect the information through emails also, they can collect the information through files also, but the information which is coming through emails, the information which is coming through files, means that if the information is in file or in Excel sheet, so then we require a team, and that team will extract the records from there and then save the data into in a centralized data, or in a specific record set or in a specific data set. Okay, so it's not a real-time data set actually, and we are spending a lot of valuable time and money also in doing this, collecting the information, and we need persons to collect those and to extract the information and store into database. So there is a lot of back-end work, right? So to solve this problem, we can use CRM. So in our scenario, in this case, we are going to use Salesforce CRM basically. So if I'll talk about in terms of Salesforce CRM, so in CRM or Salesforce CRM, it is used by the companies to handle customer interaction, not only customer interaction as well as their employees information or their vendors information or their supplier information on a centralized basis, and those information can be accessed from any part of the world anytime. And because everything is coming through cloud, because Salesforce is a cloud application, so that information can be accessed from anywhere, so that data can be accessed from anywhere. Okay, and CRM is focused on customer interaction, and it designed in order to optimize revenue, profitability, and customer loyalty. And why it is talking about the customer loyalty? Because let's say that we have got a customer information, and time to time we are sending information to customer that we have some promotions in our business, we have some promotions in our on this particular, you can say on that particular item, okay, or in that particular product. So you can go through you can buy this product. So we'll offer you such a discount, or we'll offer you discount on that particular product also. Okay, so that we can gain the customer loyalty, because customer will also feel special, that okay, that means the companies, they are interacting to us lots of time, and time to time the companies can also send reminders to them about the product, and time to time companies can send messages on their phones so that they can get in touch with the customer instantly. Okay, and CRM application activities are standardized, automated, and shared across organization for improving customer interaction of the company. So it has got some standard, and it has got automated processes, like I was talking about the emails and all. So the company, they would like to send messages to their customers time to time for promotions. like for every weekend or every fortnight. Okay, so they would like an automated process. So in CRM there is a fully automated process available, and with the help by using that automated process, the organization or the companies, they can send messages to their customers or their suppliers or their vendors. Now what's the purpose of using CRM? The most obvious purpose of CRM is to help a business to retain its customer. Retain its customer means like they would like to retain their existing customer. They don't want their customers to be lose. Okay, they would like their customer to be remains with them. And how it is possible? So it is only possible if they will get in touch with the customer time to time. Okay, let's say if they have collected the customer information and then they never get in touch with the customer. So why the customer will go back to that particular company to buy the product? So time to time they will be get in touch with the customer, send messages to them, send wishes to them on New Year wishes or birthday wishes or anniversary wishes if they have the information, if they have the details, complete details of the customer, right? And let's take an example. So if I'll take a common CRM strategy example is the reward cards. You know about the reward card. So basically it's a reward card program offered by many supermarkets. So what the supermarket do? The store gives its customers a free card, right? And that gives them access to special deals and discounts when they swipe the card during the checkout. So nowadays it happens whenever we go for shopping. So what happens? They usually provide a card. They ask go for a membership card, or they provide us some discount card. So what's the purpose of doing this? So the purpose behind doing this is they would like to retain their customer. They don't want us to go to any other store, because if we have the membership card and they are offering us a good discount and they are offering some points while purchasing products from their superstore or from their shop or from their company, obviously we would like to shop in that particular supermarket or in that company again and again. We'll be really happy to buy the products from them. And by providing cards, they are collecting the information from the customer, and time to time they would like to motivate their customer to buy more products from them, right? And it also helps the business to understand what needs to be done in order to get more customer. Let's take an example over here. Let's say if I'll talk about Walmart, you know that Walmart has got the superstores in many of the countries. So let's take an example of that. There is a Walmart store in India and there is a Walmart store in Japan. So the eating behavior or the shopping behavior of the Japanese customer will be different, and the shopping behavior of the Indian customer will be different. So based on the customer shopping behavior, based on the customer shopping data, the superstore or the Walmart will be decide that what product to be sold in which specific region, like the food or the products which we used in India, and if the Walmart sells that particular food or that particular products in Japan, it might possible that product will not sell over there. There will be no sale for that product. Okay, so time to time the companies or the superstores or the companies, they do the surveys with the customer. Okay, that what kind of product do you like? What kind of product would you like to purchase from our store? And what's the purpose of doing this? What's the purpose of doing behind this is so that they can know about the customer choice, they can know about the customer shopping behavior, and based on that they can do their business, right? And also the purpose of using CRM is to reduce cost by managing costly complaining and finding out what services are useful for the customer. So like same thing I told you, I explained you the product which are popular in India. It is not sure that the same product will be popular in Japan also, because they will not like the product. They don't use that product. Okay. Now if you'll talk about the Salesforce, so what the Salesforce is doing basically, what's the purpose of using Salesforce? So the Salesforce is a CRM. First of all, I have told you that CRM is a customer relationship management, and It's a company that distributes business software on a subscription basis. Subscription basis means if you want to work on Salesforce, you have to go for a subscription. You have to get a subscription to work on Salesforce, and there are different editions available, and you have to choose a edition based on your requirement, based on your need, and after that you can start working on Salesforce. And it is best known for its customer relationship management products. And with the help of Salesforce, we can track all the customer information to run organization on a centralized basis. Because in Salesforce, all the data, all the information or the customer information is stored on a centralized basis. Centralized basis means that the data is on a centralized basis, and it can be accessed from any part of the world. And the best part of working on Salesforce is that we do not need to install any application at our end. It's a cloud application. It works on cloud. It means it works on internet. And if you want to work on Salesforce, you have to simply open your browser. You have to simply type the URL, that is www.salesforce.com. And if you have got a subscription, you will be, and if you have got a proper authentication user ID and passwords, you have to log in by using your authentication user ID and password, and you can start using Salesforce anytime. And Salesforce can not only be used on a desktop, it can be used on your mobile phones also, on your multimedia phones also, or even we can use Salesforce on iPads also. Because it is coming through cloud, so we do not need to install any application on any of the devices, right? And that's why if you see that I have mentioned a tagline over here, there will be no hardware, no software, no headache. You know that if we have to work on a traditional system, there are so many issues involved with this, in traditional application. We have to install the application, then you have to set up hardware also, you have to set up a network also, and time to time you have to maintain the network, maintain the infrastructure also, okay? But in this case, we are not going to maintain any hardware, we are not going to maintain any software at our end. That's why we do not have any headache. And Salesforce CRM is mainly is a very useful CRM, and is mainly useful people from sales, marketing, etc. Okay, but now if we want to develop an application, especially for banking application or for a real estate application or for a recruiting application, we can build an application because now the Salesforce has started a Force.com platform, and this is mainly for developers. And with the help of Force.com platform, we have a feature available now. So by using Force.com, we can develop an application in Salesforce also. So I can say that the Salesforce is useful for both kind of people. Like if you want to make your career in administration, or if you want to make your career as a development in Salesforce, both are available within Salesforce. Okay, or if you want to go in both stream, that is also possible with Salesforce. Now let's talk about Salesforce. This company was founded in March 1999 by former Oracle executive Mark Benioff, and initially this Salesforce was started in one language, single language, that is English language. But nowadays it is providing these services in 16 different languages, and it has got currently 82,400 regular customers and more than over 2 million of subscribers. And it is the world's first and most popular CRM system. Its headquarters is in San Francisco, which has more than 82,000 companies and 100,000 customers rely on this dynamic web-based low-cost CRM platform. Low cost means there are other CRM available in the market, but if you compare Salesforce with other CRM, so you will find that the Salesforce is cheaper than other CRM. It is easier to use, and it is very easy to develop an application on Salesforce. Okay, and Salesforce provide a complete solution for sales, for marketing, for customer service under one roof. You don't have to install separate application from the separate application for marketing, for sales and services. All the functionalities are available under one roof. Okay, so we can say that it's a complete package for marketing people, for sales people, for service people, and also for partner management or for community management also. Okay, Now these are the Salesforce CRM benefits. Like if we use Salesforce as a CRM, what will be the benefits? It has got low cost, low risk cloud-based solution. Like as I already told you that it has got it's a low cost. The subscription cost of Salesforce is cheaper than other CRM, and it has got complete solution for marketing, for sales, for service under one roof, and it is very fast. It provides us fast result because it drains resources on high values, low cost, and focus on innovation. So because the result is fast, so and by using Salesforce as our CRM, or any company who is using CRM, they can get more. They can get the result very quick, and they can pay more attention, or they can pay more focus on innovation area. Why? Because again, I'm telling you again, because Salesforce is a cloud application, so we do not need to install it at our end. We do not need to maintain the database. You don't have to worry about the database also, because the database is already attached with the Salesforce, and the database is maintained by the Salesforce company. We are not going to maintain the database. We are only going to create. We are only going to design the application or develop the application, and in that application we'll be going to save the record. And the record will be saved automatically in the database, and that database is highly secure, and it has all the database is stored on the data centers of Salesforce, and the data centers are highly secure. It's not possible to hack the data from those data centers. Okay. Now why Salesforce? Because it is affordable, it has got low cost, accessible, because it's running through cloud, so we can access it from anywhere, and we do not have to worry about the upgradation of Salesforce also. Let's say you are using a version of Salesforce today, and after some time or tomorrow a new version comes into the market of Salesforce. Okay, so you don't have to do upgrade, means you don't have to do any upgradation. It will be upgraded automatically. So when you logged in, it will be upgraded automatically, and you can instantly start working on the upgraded version. And it's a complete solution for sales, marketing, service, and partners for better solutions. Security, it provides a safe environment for your data, and fast, because the result which is achieved through Salesforce, they are fast, very quick result, and it mainly the mainly concentration of Salesforce is on innovation part. These are the Salesforce cloud platform, like mobile app. It means we can customize our application or the Salesforce application so that it can be accessed on a mobile phone. So that feature is available within Salesforce. You don't have to install any other separate applications for that. That is also available within Salesforce. We have a chatter collaboration. Like if you in an organization, if you want to communicate with other employees, or if you want to communicate with other users, you have to send messages to them. So either you call them, or either you send an email to them, or maybe you have to install a separate application, chatting application, and then you can communicate with them. But there is an inbuilt chatter collaboration, or there is an inbuilt chatting application within Salesforce. So with the help of that application, all the users, all the clients, all the employees, they can connect with each other without installing an additional software on their system. Content management, like we can manage the content, we can design the content, we can manage the content. Okay, and time to time we can take the backup of our data on our system. That is called data. We can call it as a data management also. You can customize your content also. You can display reports and dashboards also. We can generate reports also on that particular content. Okay, or you can design your content as per your requirement. You can display the content to the user or to the client as per your requirement. Right? We have email integration feature also available within Salesforce. Like we have hundreds of customers, and they are those the data of we have hundreds of records of hundreds of customers stored in our Salesforce, and now we would like to send an email to all of them together. Okay, or like a promotion mail to all of them. So that is also possible in Salesforce. And if you would like to send an email by using your like any Gmail ID, like your Gmail ID or any other email service provider, you can also do that. So you can integrate the Salesforce within your email service provider, like if you are using Gmail or Yahoo. So we can integrate Salesforce with Gmail. We can integrate Salesforce with our Outlook Express, and we can send emails from there directly. So for that, we do not need to log in into Salesforce again and again. Right? We have Salesforce identity. It means every user who is logged in on Salesforce, means who is accessing the application on Salesforce, they have got a separate identity, and we can set a level of security. We can set a level of accessibility. Like for example, there are two users, they are working on same application, so we can set a level that which user will be going to access what kind of information. Okay, so if we don't want to show all the information to the user, we can set that level of security in Salesforce or privacy in Salesforce. We have workflows and approvals, like there are some automation processes. I would like to send an email, automated email to the customer, newly joined customer, like whenever a customer joined, to whenever customer save the record in my Salesforce, I would like to send a thank you email. That will be an automated process. And also, like I would like to send an birthday messages to all the existing customer or the newly added customers on their birthdays. So again, that will also be an automated process. So we can achieve that automation using workflows. We have force.com also over here, force.com code. Like if you want to do some, if I would like to implement some business logic, so I can implement my business logic using force.com. Okay. So there are many force features. There are many more features available within Salesforce. So we'll be going to talk about the so if you want to know more about those features, you can visit our website or you can visit our YouTube channel. In our YouTube, we have explained almost all the features one by one through videos. You'll get more information about those features. Now I was talking about this. I was talking about the subscription, that Salesforce is a pay-as-you-go basis. Means pay-as-you-go on a subscription basis. And these are the different pricing editions available. Like we have got the 5 editions basically. It is only for the contact manager. This is for group. This is for professional. This is for enterprise, and this is for performance. So enterprise is the most popular edition, which is used by the companies, which is used by the organization, because it has got all the features which is required for an administrator as well as developers to develop an application or to maintain an application or to administrate an application. So that's why this is the most popular feature. And at the same time, if you would like to update your subscription or upgrade your subscription, you can instantly do that. You can move to your the higher subscription. Or if you found that the subscription which you are using right now, that is more enough and you are not required so many services, so you can scale down your subscription. You can move to professional version instantly at the same time by simply on a click. Okay. It's a Gartner review. Basically, it's a Gartner review prediction that the revenue which is generated by Salesforce in US dollar, that will be by the end of 2016, it will be $4.04 billion US dollar, and it was it has predicted there was a at the end of 2010 it was $0.64 billion US dollar. So you can see that how there is a huge growth in Salesforce revenue, and Salesforce is generating revenue. So there are more stats actually. So it's the Gartner has tried to display the revenue from 2010 to 2016. It's a prediction, but they will achieve it. It might possible that it will go more than that. It's just a prediction. It's not a real stat actually. Up to here, it's a real one, but up to here it can be more than that. It's a prediction, right? These are the world famous brands which are using Salesforce as their CRM application, and here we have Google, here we have Hotfire or Sprint or Pandora or Nikon, and including all of them, there are more than 3.5 million of clients which are using Salesforce as a CRM application. So I hope you got a clear idea that how big Salesforce market is. Just a second, just give me 1 second. Yeah, so the features which I was talking about in Salesforce, these are the features. Like we have, as you can see here, it's a family of products and has thousands of clients who use its services. But each company's secure website is separate from other website and might look different to suit their unique needs. So there are many features in Salesforce, but all the companies, they are not going to use all the features. So different companies, they use different features. but the features are already available within Salesforce. You don't have to import any new feature in Salesforce. So actually Salesforce is a complete package, and if you want to be an app, if any company, if any organization want to use that feature, they can take the help of developers, and developers will use that feature. Developers will include those features into the application. So we have sharing rules, approval processes like reports and dashboards. We can generate reports and dashboards which will be provided to the managers, which will be provided to the customers also, users also. We have data loader. This is for data management. And we have formulas field. We have workflows. I already explained you about workflows for automation processes. Okay. Now, how Salesforce is useful? So we have discussed about what is a Salesforce and how Salesforce is useful. Basically, with the help of Salesforce, we can do a lot of. It creates a lot. It does a lot of lots to create a proactive, collaborative, and CRM environment, and it satisfies the customer demand and leverages cost benefit for the customer of Salesforce.com. Okay, so we can collect the information, we can collect the request from the customer, and we can try to fulfill the requirement of the customer. Let's say the customer has some complaint, the customer has some issues, so customer can file a complaint on the Salesforce CRM. Means they can send a they can register a case on Salesforce CRM, and based on those cases, we'll try to sort out their issues. Okay, and because everything is under one roof, like for the sales people, for the marketing people, for the customer service. So because Salesforce is very useful for all of them, we don't have to include, means we don't have to import any additional technology in Salesforce, additional application in Salesforce. It's a complete application by itself, and it is dynamic, basically scale-free cloud computing approach. Okay, and again you can scale up your services, you can scale down your services as per your requirement. So that's how Salesforce is useful. Now in Salesforce, we have got a real-time mobile development also, because as you know that nowadays the people, they are more interested to access any application on their mobile phone instead of accessing the application on desktop or laptop. So Salesforce has implemented a new feature using Force.com that we can design an application, we can configure an application which can be used on a mobile device, which can be used on an iPad or any multimedia device. Okay, the only thing is there will be a net connection or the internet connection on that particular device. So if you have a net connection, then you can easily access the Salesforce application on your cloud on your mobile device. And as you can see here, there is a huge growth of people who are accessing the application or Salesforce application on their mobile phone in comparison of the people who are using the Salesforce application on laptop or on desktop over here. Now we come to the next part, that is who can learn Salesforce. So if you want, means who all are eligible to learn Salesforce. So basically there are different types of jobs available in Salesforce. We have administrator jobs, we have developer jobs. So based on your preferred job type and roles, you should go for the specific track. Like if you at present you are working as an administrator in any of the company, so you can go for an administrator training. If you are working as a developer in a company, you can move to a Salesforce. You can learn as a Salesforce developer first, and then you can work as a Salesforce developer. So, and this Salesforce is basically it is useful for both freshers and for experience. For freshers, like they are willing to start with a new technology. Okay, they are looking for a new technology at present. And the experience, the guys or the candidates is already experienced, is already working, is already professional, and based on your role, the current role, you can switch your technology, right? So for a developer within programming language, these are the choices. We have an administrator job role. For admin training, we have the basic. You can go for a basic developers also. You can go for an advanced developer also, or you can go for a technical architect also. And so as you can see here, this ADM 201, these all are the certification. So as you know that if you know any technology, so nowadays the companies, they are willing to hire those candidates who are good in technology, who know about that particular tool, and they have cleared the certification also. So I will suggest that if you are planning to switch to any technology, so you should learn that technology and you should clear the certification for that, so that it will be easy for you to get a job. Okay. Same thing over here. We have the different certifications available with Salesforce, like 401. This is for basic developers. 501 for advanced developers. 601 is for technical architect, and 201 is for administrator guy. Now the question comes: what are the job opportunities in Salesforce? Like if we learn Salesforce, if we start learning Salesforce as a Salesforce developer, what will be the job opportunities? So you can see here, these are the stats that Microsoft, excuse me. So the cloud computing to create 2 million jobs in India, nearly 14 million new jobs worldwide by 2015. This is by the prediction by Microsoft. Gartner has predicted that it will be a growth and average of 50% every year till 2015. Cloud market is growing. So and these are the different stats by SCL, that the industry ready workforce for new domains like cloud and mobility may be less than 5% of the current IT workforce, and 65% US companies are using cloud-based solution as on today. And most of them, they are working on Salesforce. And nowadays, slowly in India also, the companies, they are also starting using Salesforce as their CRM applications. So there are lots of requirements for developers also, and for administrators also. So again, it's a continuation of that. So you can see here that 159% growth in demand of Salesforce.com talent since 2009. And these are the cloud technology job openings over last 3 years. And you can see here the job openings in Salesforce are much or higher than other technology, as respective to other technology, as comparison of Microsoft, Cisco, or VMware, or Amazon. Salesforce job openings are much more than other technologies. This is the salary trend in Salesforce. So as you can see here, since July 2012, it was going down, and then now it's going up, and it has increased so much. It's stable right now, but it will grow up again, because now the Salesforce is opted by most of the company. The companies are also in India. Also, the companies are started opting the Salesforce as their CRM application. So obviously there will be more job requirements. So if there are more job requirements, there will be more salaries also. Okay, the companies will be willing to pay more salaries to the right candidate. So let's move on to a product demo. So like I have told you about CRM, I have told you about Salesforce. So maybe you are curious to know that how Salesforce look like, how Salesforce interface look like, how to work on Salesforce. So I'm going to give you a small demo on Salesforce. So first of all, I am going to log in on Salesforce. I have already got a registration on Salesforce. So I'm going to log in on Salesforce, and I'm going to use the same credentials. So this is the interface of Salesforce. As you can see here, it's a little bit of GUI interface. You have to simply click and drag and drop. Okay, you don't have to write any code at present. So it's simply, you can click, and for example, it's an app. If I would like to create more records into position, so I can simply click on this. It provides me this interface. Now I would like to create a record, so I simply click on this and start entering the information, start entering the data. This is for categorize actually. I can categorize it, further categorize it. I would like to create position records or non-ID position records. So this categorization we can done by ourselves, and we can simply enter the records. For example, I enter a new record. I create a new record as Salesforce developer. So this will be the job opening date. This will be the job closing date, and we can put some dependencies also. As you can see here, it is dependent on travel required. So means this particular field, this is dependent on this particular travel required field. So as you can see, when I checked it, I will be the locations are changed. If I uncheck this, the locations are changed, right? So we can select information, enter description, any description if you want to add. Then we have function areas. We can select the function areas and we can set these, means we can fill up the information. We have, and along with that we can put a validation also. For example, I have entered detail. This is the pay scale. Minimum pay is 25,000, maximum pay is 15,000. When I try to save the record, I'll got an error message over here because the maximum pay cannot be, should be greater, right? So like this kind of customization we can do, this kind of validation we can implement using in Salesforce. So only a developer can do this, obviously, because developers know, only developer is allowed to do this thing. And along with that, we can create reports and dashboards. For example, you can see here, if I would like to create a report, I can simply click on report tab over here and I can create a new report button and I can create a report from here. And if I would like to display the reports, for example, you can see here opportunities by representative. So it's, let it open. So it's a report. It's an, basically it's a predefined report. You can, obviously you can customize it, this existing report, or you can create your own report also. And once the report is created or once the report is built, we can display the reports on the home page in the form of a dashboard, in the form of charts. So like this, we can display the reports in the form of charts. Okay. Along with that, like I was talking about the workflow. So in Salesforce, we can create workflow. Let's take a scenario that my requirement is whenever a new candidate registered, whenever a new candidate enter information, let's say I enter my detail over here and I enter my date of birth, any date of birth. That is not my exact date of birth. And I fill up the information, I enter my details and I simply saved it. So my requirement is I would like to send a welcome message to this particular candidate on the entered mail ID for joining the or for submitting the record. So as you can see here, I have got a mail from, it's an automated process, it's an automated mail. I've received an email and thanks for registering on our company job portal. We would try to look for a suitable position for you and inform as well. And these are the details which we have entered over here. So you can see here, these are the same details, the contact number, the email ID and the name. So this is an automated mail, auto-generated mail. Okay, no one is sending the email. So we have to set a workflow once and it will be sent automatically. Same, you can see here there is a date of birth option. So let's say I enter the date of birth and the date of birth on the next, it means on 23rd 1st 2015, it will automatically send a mail to me on this particular mail ID for a birthday email. So most probably the mail will be coming after some time once the process will be executed again. I'll receive an email again as a birthday because the next birthday falls 2 days actually. So I'll receive an email later on after some time, or maybe after 10 minutes, after 15 minutes I will receive an email. And along with that, we can assign tasks to the users. For example, I'm working as a manager and I want that, or I would like to assign a task to the users or to my juniors that you have to perform this task, and I can keep tracking to them whether they have performed the task or not. So that feature is also available within this. So these are tasks assigned to me, and the same kind of information they will also get. The people whom I will assign the task, they will also get the same kind of information on their home page, and I can keep tracking whether they have performed the task, whether they have completed the task or not. So like this, we can keep tracking also. So I believe that you have understood that Salesforce is a complete process. It's a complete application. Especially we can create application for. There are ready-made applications also in Salesforce for sales, for marketing, for service, customer service. And if you want to develop any new application based on a company, based on an organization, we can do that also in Salesforce. Right? So that's all from my side. So now if you have any questions, you can come up with your questions and